We are back with another reaction to this fun K-drama 9 puzzles, and this should be the 5th episode that we're about to react to. And so far, this has been hitting the spot. In the previous episode, we reacted to just a recap of the previous episode. In that episode, we got to see the case that involved Chimok, who we started the episode thinking that this is the killer of the lady that works in neighbor, but we just realized that the person we are thinking is a culprit is actually a victim of some other crime. Now we had to dig into that crime, and we got to realize that he got killed by his own wife. That death in that episode is the most brutal death we've seen so far in this show. Like, the brutality is next level, and that brutality also happened because it is a death that has to do with mutilation. Funny enough, in the final scene of that episode, when another piece of the puzzle came, that happens to be the third piece of the puzzle, when it was delivered, guess the artwork that we had on that particular picture? Yes, it's an artwork about mutilation. So as you can see, things are getting super interesting, and let's get into this episode already. Okay, wow. So we are starting from the moment before that particular puzzle was delivered, and this time around they are showing us something that I believe has to do with the culprit, because it's the one that is using that red marker to draw those signs of mutilation on the artwork. Those are the 3 puzzles together now. Nah, this guy is losing her mind. But then I remember that in the previous episode, I said that what if this the person sending the puzzle is not actually the killer? Because the first 2 crime now was obviously committed by a man, but the third one, as we know it, was committed by a woman. When watching shows like this, it's always interesting to also try to follow up with the case and see if you would be able to predict who committed a particular crime. But in this case, nada, nothing. I have nothing to work with at all. Exactly. So if he didn't make the news, then there are 2 chances. The first chance is that the person that sent that puzzle is probably someone that works in the police station, or it could just be that it is sent by the culprit. But then we know who the culprit is, and she's not the one that sent this. I really wouldn't want to know what is going on in the mind of profilers. These people are just, they are built different. Okay, yeah, she's there to visit the woman and be sure that she's the one that committed the crime. I'm sure I've seen a lot of K-dramas, and I've never seen a prisoner wear that type of attire. I'm actually good that we are still getting more screen time with this woman, because she's a very impressive character. Very, very impressive. Yes, but I'm not sure she's the, well, the information we have on ground is that she's the one that did the mutilation, so let me not overthink it. Okay, if the person sending those puzzles didn't have anything to do directly with the killing, but was just following these killers, then you can't really say that he's the culprit of anything. That means for the first 2 puzzles that he sent, he only sent a puzzle that aligns with a crime people committed. Ooh, that means the mark we saw that felt as if someone was drawing a suitcase, it wasn't there because of them. It's probably there because of the person sending the puzzle. What if this person sending this puzzle is seeing himself as some sort of vigilante, someone that helps in the solving of crimes? And who could that be? Another crime. Autopsy.
발적점막이 벌겋고 1차 사인은 독극물에 의한 중독사로 추정이 되는.
Poisoning. Okay. I wonder if he was just drinking alone when he died. Okay, that's his home, so let's see. Is there any sign on the window? Red car. Now is there. Oh, I did not even notice these two. The two patrol officers. That's good.
황쌤보다는 이쌤이 더 잘하는데.
무슨 소리야 그게?
아니에요.
Oh, she's keeping it a secret from her colleague. But then Ina came to expose everything. You loudmouth.
또 오셨네.
또 보니까 반갑지.
피해자랑 같이 술 마신 셋은 어딨어?
Okay, that means he didn't drink alone. He had companions there with him.
셋 다 독극물 검사했는데 아직까지 특별한 증상은 없고 이제 CCTV 확인하러 가려던 참이고요.
Why are you holding him? Correct him again.
나중에 얘기하자.
Oh, that's a CCTV camera, and it's just facing the entrance to the door.
TV가 비추고 있는 이곳뿐이다.
Exactly. So maybe the person came in through the window. If at all there is someone else involved, like a third party. Okay, they are recreating the crime scene. Fabulous. Soju. I want to try that someday. Just enjoy soju.
독극물이든 용기는 발견되지 않았어. 사람
Damn. This is an interesting cinematic experience.
독극물이든 소주를 아무 의심이나 저항 없이 피해자 혼자만 들이켜게 만. 치밀함, 계획성, 감정의 배제, 높은 자기 통제력. 퍼즐 살인의 용의자와 일치한다.
Okay, so you are trying to connect it to the first two killings. That's the puzzle killer. I'm not sure the police will really enjoy that connection, because having that third connection to what is already being suspected of being a serial killing would automatically transform this whole thing to a serial killing case. Okay, they are looking at the CCTV. 2023. That means this movie was shot like 2 years ago. Wow. But that is 11th November 2023. So editing period and all. The way he stepped out, that reaction, immediately he stepped out of the door, is not a natural reaction.
그냥 진짜 자는 줄 알았어요.
Nah, you're lying.
일어나라고 흔들었죠. 출근해야 되니까. 근데 뭐가 이상하더라고요.
Okay,
근데 손이
good. Exactly.
숨을 안 쉬어요. 그래서 놀라가지고 바로 119 이렇게 신고했고요. 예.
Okay, he called the cops. Okay. That makes him free to an extent. Wow, this is a big character. He must have something to do with it, because he's not just a casual character.
집사람이 날렸어요. 빨리 들어오라고. 간다 지금 간다.
See this man.
아내랑 전화로 대판하고.
Like when I say big character, I don't mean like the lead in a K-drama is not that type of big, but he's one of those people that play fairly decent roles in K-dramas.
그리고 이제 아침에 출근해서 보니까 영환이 형이 이제 죽었다고.
일단 진술하고 CCTV는 정확하게 일치를 하는데
말하는 사람이 한 명도 없네.
Exactly, all of them seems to be saying something that aligns with what actually happened.
뭐 행님이 안 일어난다고 어쩌냐고. 제가 정신 차리고 쉰 거부터 해라 해가지고 한 거 아닙니까? 남한테 해코지 할 사람 절대 아니라 안 합니까 지금?
Well, if anything, I'm actually to see a wife here that is being very supportive of the husband, because in the previous episode, what we saw there is just a food disaster, a family disaster.
우리 남편이 영화 씨한테 돈 빌린 거 맞는데 인자 다 갚았습니다.
Oh, the man is in debt. So one of the suspects is owing the victim. That's not looking good.
꼴랑 300대에 사람 죽였을까 봐요? 아니 그러면은 내가 700 뭐라고 갚았는데요 내가? 소주가 문제였다면서요. 근데 그 소주를 냉장고에서 꺼낸 새끼가 동문 그 새끼.
He's already pointing fingers at someone else.
왜 그래? 그뭐 알리바인가 씨발 그것 때문에 그런 거잖아요. 그리고
Alibi. Shiba.
아 씨발 진짜 존나 빡치네.
이동문 씨 아시죠?
This man is. Wait. Ooh, I did not get a good view of the person showed in the picture, but he seems like someone that is familiar to me.
저는 손님이세요. 그리고 원래는 뭐안 좋아.
Magoli is usually the one that he looks white. He looks whitish like milk. I think he's always thick and white, but soju feels more like water.
팀장님.
From the K-dramas I've seen so far, it's very obvious that detectives in Korea, they do a lot of legwork when it comes to investigating cases. Like, they don't just sit back in their office and solve a case. They basically do legwork, like walk into places to do a couple of research. On the other hand, as for prosecutors in Korea, those ones are the bosses, always on their suit and all.
아니 생각을 해보세요. 에?
Seriously, if it would be any of the three suspects, I'm going for this particular man.
형사님이 저라고 생각을 해보세요.
And it's not for any solid reason, just for the fact that he is the bigger character out of the three. So he won't just be here for
아니에요 진짜.
no reason. Okay.
정철이한테 물어봐요.
All of these people are crazy. They are just pushing blame to someone else.
근데 김갑재는 여정철을 의심하고 여정철은 이동문을 의심하고 맞나?
That's it. Each of them suspect the other person of foul play. It's basically a triangle of suspects.
소주하고 연관이 있는 거는 소주를 사왔지, 소주를 꺼냈지, 소주를 안 마셨지.
Yeah, it would be easy to think like that, but if he's the one that bought the soju, brought it, and also failed to drink, then he would be the easy target. And that's exactly why I think he wouldn't be the person.
이가 뭔데요?
Yeah, motive is also an important thing. But does he have the motive?
그 윤이나 경위님은 뭐랍니까? 그 동기가 아까 왔던데 궁금하네.
그런 걸 왜 물어? 네가 형사지 뭐 프로파일러야?
Koreans, their detectives and profilers are always on each other's neck. But it's nothing compared to what happens between detectives and prosecutors. That's where you see the height of it.
잘못된 현장은 없어. 조작된 현장이라면 모를까?
강치목 때랑 비슷할 수도 있겠네. 천잔데?
내가 네 팀장이야.
Of course, he's the chief for a reason. Okay, so they need to have a second look at the crime scene and see if something was tampered with. I kind of have my suspicion about the window because the door is in a place. Oh, the guy is already there. Interesting.
카레남, 여기 왜 왔어?
너 올 것 같아서 왔다 왜?
I guess both of you are there for the same reason.
사람이 사람을 왜 죽이는지 알아?
Seriously, one thing, there's a very simple rule is, except you are in this line of job, don't even try to understand why people do certain things in life because
동기가 없을
it's just crazy.
동기가 가려져 있으면 있어도 없을 수는 없어.
똑똑한데?
Pisha.
너 왜?
She's walking into the house like she's the landlord of the house.
자, 김갑재 씨, 최현 씨 왜 죽였어요?
Okay, I see what they are doing. She's trying to like work the crime in a profiling style.
갑자라면 영환형보다 내가 승진이 늦었지.
아니 그걸로 자극했을까?
영환이 형 성격이 그러진 않잖아.
Like I've said it before, I always like these two people's dialogue, and I like to see two of them work together to solve a case because it's always a masterpiece.
그리고 김갑재는 평상시에 점심 메뉴까지 아내한테 물어볼 정도로 우유부단해. 부족해 동기가.
Okay, they are playing it one after another.
여정철이라면 금전 문제.
Money issues, yeah.
이렇게 봐서 아시겠지만 나 이제 300만 원 채무밖에 안 남았다고요. 억울합니다 정말.
Oh, he's going deep. The guy is even shocked
아 근데 이게 빚을 아예 안.
because that's the way the guy speaks. That particular suspect just rushes with so much emotion as if he's about to flip the table.
그렇다면
The last suspect.
용의자로 생각.
Yeah, that particular one that happens to be the easiest to suspect could actually be the one that is free of all of those things, because he wouldn't go ahead and do all those things if he knows that this man is going to die or that the soju was poisoned.
뭐 숨겨둔 여자라도 만났다는 얘기야?
정답.
흥신소 직원이세요?
A PI. PI is private investigators. Also, there is a K-drama about PIs. I think you really enjoy it. Fugitive Plan B is an old series. I think it was released in 2010 or so. But Rain, BI Rain is the one that spearheaded that show. Very good, very interesting for that particular era of K-drama.
아 그래서 퍼즐은 왔냐고. 왜 그대 답은 안 해?
란 계획성, 감정의 배제, 높은 자기 통제.
Okay. Those things, yeah, puzzle killer, yeah.
틴이 검출된 소주병 말이야. 그거 언제부터 냉장고 안에 있어?
그거야 모르지.
서로가
Yes.
서로 싸우게 해놓고 범인은 뒤에서 구경하고 있었다면?
But that particular trap could have gone sideways if all of them drank from that particular bottle of soju. Then everybody would turn up dead.
엉뚱한 사람이 죽었을 수도 있다는 얘기야?
이 네 사람 모두에게 원한을 가진 사람이 범인일 수도 있어.
Okay, let's see. That's a man that doesn't care about anything that is going on. He just doesn't care. Time to dig into him.
김갑재 제외하고 최근 일주일 사이에 휴게실에 드나든 사람이 딱 한 사람이 있거든요. 청소부 염동환 씨.
What? The janitor.
5일 전에 한 번,
Okay.
그리고 3일 전.
Which is normal. He will have a very easy response. Exactly. Because that's his job. It's very normal for him to walk in and out of that place.
니코틴 구매 내역이 있으시네요.
그거야. 제가 전자담배를 피니까요.
휴게실에서 술 마시는 것에 불만이
쉽진 않았지만 패션은 좋은 사람이었어요. 전 죽이지 않았습니다.
What if you didn't intend to kill him? The plan was to kill someone else in the room. Will you push the blame again?
그래서 무슨 일이 있었는지 아십니까?
I'm not even sure of who to suspect. Okay. So she decided. Okay, no, that's not her. I was thinking that's the police lady. That she decided to switch psychiatric because of what the lady said. But it turned out that she's the one here.
보여요 그게? 난 이나 씨 어떤 사람인지 잘 아니까.
왜 동기가 안 보일까요?
피해자는 어떤 사람이에요? 반대편에서 보는 거죠.
This woman seems to know so much about these sorts of cases. It makes me wonder if she could also have something to do with the whole puzzle that is going around, because one thing we know is that whoever sends the puzzle knows Ina so well, and I don't think anyone knows Ina as much as this particular psychiatric in this show.
생각해보는 거죠.
Go back to square one. I think that's the house of the dead man, because this time around they are done looking into the witness, the suspects. It's time to look at the victim himself and see if they can get a clue about what happened to him. Okay, his gas is not filled. His fridge is empty. What if he killed himself? Is that... I don't know. I'm losing my mind.
50대 남자가 혼자 사는 집 치고는 지나치게 깔끔해.
마치 무슨 먼 길 떠날 준비하는 사람처럼.
뭔가 전문가 같네, 카레남.
그 카레 친구 집이 딱 이랬어. 저 혼자 살았었거든 그 친구가. 자살.
Can we make a connection? See it. I said it. I said it, man. But I don't know if this particular man here had plans to commit suicide or something like that. Okay. That's the dead man.
이 모든 게 연극이었어. 역시 피해자한테 동기가 있었네. 최영은 아들이 1년 전에 죽었다고 했지? 한번 세 사람한테 물어봐.
Could it be that three of them have something to do with the death of that man's son? The interior design for this investigation room is superb.
궁금한 게 하나 있어서 불렀습니다. 피해자 최영환 씨가 세 분을 죽이고 싶어 했던 이유가 있습니까?
Nobody's saying anything. That means there is something going on there.
세 분은 어떤 연관이 있습니까? 지난 겨울에 그 공장에서 무슨 일이 있었는지.
Okay, we are getting a flashback. Awesome.
앞으로 잘 부탁드립니다.
Oh, the son also worked in the place with them.
야 이거 잘 먹을게.
That's a proud dad right there.
잘 봤다며.
Ambulance.
최 씨는
What's up?
날 외군이라 최 씨 아들은 병원으로
Oh, the janitor was also there to witness the thing.
당시 이미 골든 타임을 놓쳐서 죽었다고 하더라고요.
Damn, construction work, man.
근데 정확하게 무슨 일이 있었는지는 저도 모릅니다. 현장에 있던 그 세 사람이 알겠죠.
아 근데 이걸 이런 빗자루로 해요?
원래 이렇게 했어.
These heavy machineries. What happened to this boy, man?
아이고 갑니다.
I hope they gave him the right instruction.
아 술을.
That's a boy with so much talent. And he just died like that. Just the thought of what could go wrong here is already messing with my mind.
따끈따끈해.
God, what happened to this boy? Good. He's dead. Or did he just... He lost consciousness.
너내 일 시키고 혼자 누우면 어떡해?
This is the problem with people.
아니 잠깐만.
왜?
You see? They are stopping him from making that call. Which boss?
일단 보고하고 그 다음에 행동하라고.
Oh, this explains why when that particular incident happened recently, this particular guy did not call 911 immediately. Instead, he had to call the wife, called his wife. Then his wife told him, okay, call 911. So he's very indecisive and easy to convince to do something else.
잠깐 사이에 사고가 난 거다. 우리 잘못한 거 없어?
God, see, look at them trying to blame everything on the young lad. And none of them got punished for that crime.
아니 형도 사고인 거 다 알고 있었어요. 그냥 사고가 아니었겠죠.
It wasn't just an accident, that's it. They've all been covering up.
최영환 씨네 세 사람을 원망했을 겁니다. 죽이고 싶었겠죠. 바로 119만 신고만 했더라면.
Exactly. Guys, people learn to do this. When you witness a crime, don't pick up your phone to start capturing the incidents. Don't mess around in the scene. Just call the right people immediately. What is that? Is that cremation? Or what? Oh, that's the man. I think he wanted to kill three of them, but he just couldn't do it. So he ended up killing himself. So the victim is the culprit. Okay, in the exact crime scene, one was already sleeping. That is the one that is indebted to the man. He's already sleeping. The other one got a call from the wife and left.
소주 한 병 있던데.
I wonder how he ended up being the one to drink from the same bottle he poisoned.
이거 드시고 계세요.
Was it intentional or something just happened? So he's there by himself. Wow. Pouring the drink. So this is a typical case of suicide, but is a suicide done with the intention of opening an unsolved case in the past, which is the case of his son. It is very complex, but also very easy to understand once you figure out what happened a year ago and the type of person this man is. God, I really can't imagine the type of experience people must have gone through for them to decide to do something like that to themselves.
그냥 다 죽여버리지 왜 자기 혼자 죽어요? 이게 대체 무슨 의미가 있냐고요.
The whole thing is very complex to understand.
사람들은 말이에요. 극한의 상황에 몰렸을 때 남을 찌르는 사람이 있고 자신을 찌르는 사람이 있어요.
So this particular man chose to harm himself.
남을 찌르지 못해서 자기를 찌른 거니까. 세 사람이 서로 비난하고 의심하길 원했어요.
To be punished by the law. Yes. Okay.
저는 도저히 이해 못하겠어요.
Yeah. I feel you on that one.
밀실 살인을 위장한 자살.
I see this type of case can be very exhausting. It basically goes against everything you understand about crimes. Are you serious? If I'm in this position, I would take more than a while before I can taste any soju again. I'm looking forward to the first statement he would make about this whole scenario that is playing out in his presence.
관찰했으면 알 거 아니야. 아직도 100% 확신이 안 들어?
Are you ready to work with me? Grab and drink. Empty it out. One shot. Okay. Let's go. Bottom up. Yeah. That's my guy.
아주 완벽한 답이야. 보여줄게. 이제.
Okay.
강치는 진짜 절단부이 아니야.
Exactly.
범인이 우리 주위에 있는 거야.
I said it.
퍼즐의 주인공은 명백히 남을 찌르는 사람이야. 실은 이 세 사람이 피해자가 아니라 범인 아닐까? 최영아 사건처럼.
뭐?
I also don't understand anything that she said now.
이 세 사람이 범인인 사건이 있다면, 그리고 이 사건의 범인이 더 있다면?
Okay, I'm beginning to get it. So, I made a theory about this initially where I said that what if the person sending the puzzle sees himself like some sort of vigilante that kills killers?
9개가 될 수도 있어.
So he's targeting people that commit crime.
그 이상일지도 몰라.
The soundtracks used for this is just superb. Wow. That brings us to the end of this episode. And there is something I said in the first episode of this movie, like at the intro of this series. I said that there is one other series that seems similar to this. The name of that series is A Killer's Paradox. A Killer's Paradox. The detective in that is the detective in this. But the main character for that one is Choi Woo-shik. The main focus of that particular drama is someone that kills other killers. Like basically there is someone that is some sort of serial killer, but he just kills other killers. And as you can see at this point in the show, at the end of the 5th episode, it seems like whoever is sending these puzzles is sending a puzzle that points to the death of some other people that are involved in other crimes. Is it connecting? Like, is it making sense in any way? Because if that happens to be the case, then the people that wrote this, they did a very good job of keeping that a secret until this very moment. But we almost getting to the point where we start getting revelations. Like, this whole show has a total of 11 episodes. This is the 5th episode, so somehow it's safe to say that we're almost halfway through the show. So I'm thinking that by the 6th episode we may get a lot more details about this whole synopsis or this whole theme of the show. But yeah, it is just, this is the height of it. It's getting super interesting and I'm all in for this ride. So guys, remember to like the video, connect to the channel, like, follow us. See you on the next episode.